Hello, this is Sheryl Willis over at Go Arizona Real Estate with eXp Realty, coming to you with the August monthly market update. First thing we're going to talk about, is it the right time to buy? Or is it a bad time to buy? Well, if it's a bad time to buy, what does a good time to buy look like? Well, you know when the best time to buy was always 3 years ago. But you know what? 3 years ago, you were saying it's not a good time to buy. But now in hindsight, it was. Always. That's exactly how it looks. Look, if you watch the news, we're always talking about lagging indicators, things that happened to us in the past. We're looking at solds, we're looking at what happened yesteryear, right? And YouTube kind of uses that like frantic, let's scare everybody, clickbait, and we're talking about massive destruction. The market's going to crash. And you know what? It hasn't crashed yet, right? So where do you get the real information? Well, first of all, watching these monthly market updates is a great place to start, but you should also just give me a call and we will talk through whatever area that you are thinking about buying or even selling in the greater Phoenix area. Let's focus more on what's going on in Arizona in the totality of everything. We have an extremely strong market. In fact, they just released our fiscal year in the greater Phoenix area, just ended in June 30th. And they took a look back at the previous 12 months and they looked at all the companies that are moving here. We have 24,000 new high-paying jobs coming to the state of Arizona. And it's not just in the high demand areas that you would have thought. We are starting to see companies go out further and further to match the needs of what's going on with the builders. You think billion-dollar companies have done their research? And they sure have. So when you look at what's going on and now take into consideration with Proposition 400, that's going to be coming up on our ballot if you're already a resident here in the Arizona state. But also, if you're not living here, know that our sales tax potentially could go up 0.5%. But look at the results that we are going to potentially see if that is passed. This girl will be voting in favor of this. One of the things about the greater Phoenix area, although we have been just growing out further and further, our freeway system is literally to be admired by everyone. We built the freeways before we have the congestion. And that is what Phoenix has always set us apart from all the other large metropolitan areas. And why also a lot of these companies are considering moving to the greater Phoenix area because of the freeway system, the infrastructure, the strong economy that's already present. When they move in, there can be affordable housing for their employees. That's something that's very important for employers when they are looking at where they are going to be opening up. Here's my hot spots. If you're looking for the hot spots, and we look again at this freeway map and where we're going to see extensions, there's 3 areas, whether you're an investor or if you're owner occupied, I would strongly encourage you, give me a call and let's talk about the areas. The first one is going to be East Mesa, actually Apache Junction. So that area right now, you can get into brand new single family homes, smaller starter homes in the 400s. It may seem like you're way out there, but when you look at what infrastructure that will be in place in just a matter of a few years, not to mention the employment that is going out that way, you're not going to feel so far out there. And you do want to get into new construction as early as possible in that new development phase so that you can start to ride up. Eastmark has been a hot spot for 10 years now, and they are actually closing, in their final stages. What's next? A new community called Blossom Rock. And just south of that, there's another one that's already being built by D.R. Horton called Radiance. I'm telling you, there's a lot of opportunities. And these builders, too, are offering some fantastic concessions. My second favorite spot is Maricopa. Now, the city of Maricopa is in Pinal County. So the 1/2 cent sales tax, I should correct that earlier in my video, the 1/2 cent sales tax is in Maricopa County. And so we are seeing an opportunity to improve 347 in the Maricopa County part. I do know that the Pinal County part has also entertained building an overpass on 347. And let me tell you, right now, there are 70,000 people that already live in the city of Maricopa. And I'll tell you, my clients that have bought there absolutely love it. You want to talk about affordable and new housing? I am telling you, just recently, $450,000, 2,300 square foot home, fully furnished on the water in the city of Maricopa for $450,000. So if you are thinking of new construction and you want to not be too far from the hot spots, maybe of Chandler, but I'll tell you, Casa Grande employment is really stepping up, and there's been a lot of dirt acquisition in the city of Casa Grande. So that tells me we're going to be seeing even more either expansion on the companies that are already there or new companies that will be moving there. So Maricopa is a hot spot, and once that overpass on 347 is constructed, and they're anticipating less than 5 years, I think that the optimists are saying 2 to 3 years, but we'll say 5. There's a lot of opportunity for upside in Maricopa. As far as my third choice, it's going to be an area called Tolleson. Most people haven't even heard of Tolleson. It's kind of nestled in between Avondale, which is where NASCAR is, and Levine, which is also where the 202 freeway is. Let me get this, you guys, let me get this in your head. The closer an area is to freeways and employment, there is going to be the greater probability of higher demand, higher appreciation, and always a drive for that area. So when you're looking at some of the lower price homes, and this is again why Buckeye is not one of my favorite areas, is just because there's not a lot out there. And although I do see some stuff going in there, it's so far out west. It's just so far out west. Here is a typical story of a young couple or a young family. They love the Southeast Valley, and a few years ago, when it was absolutely nutty, they decided to rent. And now not only are rents out of control, but now they're priced out of the market. I know that the demand or want to live in the Gilbert area, but here's where you kind of suck it up and you plan for your future. Stop paying someone else's mortgage. I know so many people that are paying over $3,000 a month so they can live in someone else's house in the town of Gilbert. Take that risk for your family, for your future, and buy a new home out that's a lot further. And then over the next 3 to 5 years, see that appreciation where then you can now buy yourself a home coming back into the greater Phoenix area. We have a young gentleman that is on his second home, and he said his next home is going to be house hacking. Now is a great time to build your real estate portfolio, especially if you're young and you continue to buy smaller homes, and then you go to the next one and you can, that's how you build your rental. Your rental portfolio. For move-up buyers, this is also a great time to get in the market. There is a lot of great opportunity, again, for getting seller concessions, even if you don't need them. Sellers are motivated. If the home has been on the market for more than 25 to 28 days, they are motivated. And the really nice ones are going to go really quick. So you got to work with someone that's local and present and boots on the ground. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona, or when you're selling and moving around the greater Phoenix area. All right, guys, see you soon. Cannot wait to catch up with you in person. Bye.